paper, fill out that thing, put it in the mailbox, right? So that weeded out kind of the lazy idiots.
Yeah,
but now with email, you can be at a kookaroo restaurant with your sidekick, send off an email to you guys.
Absolutely.
So it's really opened the door for all the lazy degenerates to, voice in their opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Which also, that's the problem with email, isn't it? It's so immediate, and a lot of times it would just be the nastiest thing, and if you write them back, they're like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. And you guys succumb
to this? Here's what happens to me. Like, there's a, Dax IMDb page, right, on the internet, and there's a message board. So there'll be like 5 things that say, oh, Dax is great, or he's handsome, and I never write those people back and go, thank you. But then there's one that says, like, Dax bought his name off of a circus vendor in 70, and I'm like, I'll tell this son of a gun, he's crazy. And then I think, why would I respond to that idiot?
Yeah,
and there's people saying nice stuff.
Yeah, but it pisses you off, though.
It's like, you're so much more motivated out of...
I know it. You should just delete them. That's the problem with email. There's more of those than any. Those
we generally
run attention. Then you have some of them do that just so you will write, so they can say, hey, he wrote me.
Yeah. So, you probably get 100 emails a day going, your voice is intoxicating, I love you, let's go flying together, and you don't send anything back. And then the one guy, it's like, it sounds like you gargled with hot gasoline this morning. You're like, no, I didn't.
Right, and then
let's
you write
go
that
flying.
Or we make the mistake and read the nasty one back because they say, you'll never read this on the air, so we do. And then people go, hey, if I say something crappy, they'll read it on the air.
Right, they win.
Then now they all say something crappy, they'll get it read on the air.
No, we spend much more time on bad email.
When I get home, I'm going to write you the nicest email you've ever
That would be
written.
nice, man. Dax, will you do it? You promise?
I'm going to cover a lot of topics. Your skin tone, it's perfect.
Excellent. Oh, awesome.
Please live with me
absolutely.
forever.
I got a guest house. You can hang there a month, no problem.
I am dying to find out about working with Jessica Simpson, A, Joe Simpson, B, and also there's a lot of mystery surrounding Idiocracy.
Oh, let's roll up our sleeves and get dirty after the break.
Yes. So stand by. Dax Shepard is still in the house.
Since y'all say you ain't got no money, we have proprietarily obtained for you one of them court-appointed lawyers. So put your hands together and give it up for Rico Pendejo.
You're my lawyer?
Says here you robbed a hospital.
That's Dax.
Why'd you do that?
In Idiocracy.
That's not what the other lawyer said.
I mean, listen, you got to get me on the stand, okay? I can explain everything. We can take him to your house. We'll show him the proof that I came here.
That's Luke Wilson.
Prosecutor, why you think you done it?
Okay, number one, Your Honor. Just look at him.
He talks like a fine, too.
We've got all this, evidence of how, this guy didn't even pay at the hospital. And I heard that he doesn't even have his tattoo. I know, and I'm off. You gotta be me. But check this out, man. Judge should be like, guilty. Peace.
That's the prosecution.
What are you objectifying on?
Come on, just get me on the stand.
Okay. Your Honor, I object that this guy also broke my apartment to Yeah. What? And you know what else? I object that he's not going to have any money to pay me after he pays back all the money he stole from the hospital.
Say I stole. You're my lawyer.
And I object that he interrupted me while I was watching Oh My Balls! That is not okay! I rest my case!
Your Honor, I'm pretty sure we have a mistrial here, sir.
I'm going to mistrial my foot up your ass if you don't shut up.
Please listen.
Please listen.
I didn't steal anything. I was part of an army experiment.
Joe stated his case logically and passionately, but his perceived effeminate voice only through big gales of stupid laughter.
You did!
Without adequate legal representation, Joe was given a stiff sentence.
Now, this is a scene from Idiocracy, which is a movie about Luke Wilson, whose army experiment. He's supposed to be put basically in a pod for a year. He wakes up 500 years later And society has dumbed down so badly. In fact, Dax, you were playing as a defense attorney there, and you were helping the prosecution.
Yes. and applauding when he was found guilty.
And high-fiving the prosecution attorney.
I received my law degree at Costco in the movie. We're walking through Costco, and she goes, "You sure you know your way around?" I go, "Yeah, I went to law school here."
You know what was really cool? Did you see Dax lip-syncing his lines while that was playing?
I wasn't even aware of it.
It's just automatic.
I'm my own biggest fan. I was watching. I went to a screening of Let's Go to Prison with Will Arnett, my co-star in that, and it got to one of my parts, and I laughed out loud. And he goes, "Oh wow, you really think you're funny?" And I go, "Well, I say stuff that I think's funny in movies, so naturally I laugh then when I see it."
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'm telling you what I think's funny.
If you're not your biggest supporter, who's it going to be?
Right, people will go like, "Oh, did you see that episode of Punk'd with so-and-so on it?" And I go, "Well, if I wasn't on it, no, I'm not sure what happened." I'm just the first to admit it.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Idiocracy is a funny movie, and for some reason this thing it's a Mike Judd movie, and it was on pay-per-view last weekend at the hotel I was staying at, and they really did nothing to promote this movie.
No, in fact, they did more than just not promote it. They tried to sandbag it. They listed it incorrectly with movie phones, so people couldn't go see it.
Now, why is that? Why does this happen?
Well, there's a bunch of different theories. One of them is that we bash in the movie Carl's Jr., Starbucks, Costco, and obviously Rupert Murdoch, who owns Fox, is in bed with every single
one of those
advertiser in the world.
Wow.
So that's one of the issues. The other issue is that they test movies to determine how much America's going to like them. And these test screenings, they invite people down on a Saturday to see a free movie, then they fill out these scorecards, and it tested horribly. But my theory is that people that go see a free movie and stand in line for 3 hours on a Saturday are the kind of people that were being made fun of in the movie. So it never tested that high, so they had no faith that it was good. But this is the same thing that happened to Office Space. Fox dumped Office Space. It only made $10 million when it came out, and then it's now since made $200 million on DVD. It's their highest-grossing movie.
Oh,
in their film
it's a
library.
great movie.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that they handled it that way. It's just sad.
Tell us about Jessica.
Sad.
What was it like working with Jessica Simpson in Employee of the Month? Was she a nice person?
She's a totally nice person.
Is she?
Yeah, there's nothing really I can say bad about her. We didn't become best friends. She's deeply religious in a disturbing way.
Is she really?
Yeah, and I find that when people are that way, there's just a limit to how far. Eventually, she did tell me about a miracle she had witnessed, and I don't believe that she witnessed a miracle. So then it just breaks down a little bit. But she's super nice.
Can we discuss the miracle?
She's abnormally nice. I don't want to put you through what I had to go through.
Did you describe the miracle?
Not even a Cliff Notes version?
There was a miracle, and then she witnessed it.
Okay.
I think more than one.
And now Joe is on the set every day, correct?
Yes. The best way to describe Joe
Staring
Simpson,
at her boobs.
Joe is Bill Clinton. Like, I was with him, and I'm thinking, this guy's creepy, but I really like him. I couldn't help but like the guy. He's actually highly likable. You know?
Yeah.
You
Just
know
his
those
personality.
Kind of people.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a creep. I get it.
Yeah.
We all
It's
know
kind of
that
funny,
going
though,
in.
because he was a minister like 5 years ago.
A youth minister.
Yeah, and now he C-blocks everybody that gets near his daughter.
Oh, well, I disagree. I think he was trying to assess,
from our perspective,
which was a better bet long term, Dana or I, and who would he help hook her up with?
Wow.
Yeah,
Then
that's
hooked
what
up with Dana.
I kind of felt like.
Yeah,
but what do I know?
Well,
sweet Ferrari. That's all that counts.
Yeah,
you can be kind of an idiot, and I'll be friends with you if you got a really sweet Ferrari. It's like you got a great plane now. I don't know. You can stop trying with me. I'm in.
Damn, I wish I had
I
a
love when
plane.
the conversation turns to airplanes. It's fantastic.
You got to get a snowmobile.
I got to do something.
Like snowmobiles.
Right.
A riding mower.
Long travel sand rail, and we'll go vacation together.
Hey, somebody sent we were talking about email before the break, and here's one. This girl, let's see if you remember, she went to elementary school, Spring Mills.
Oh, yeah. In
with
Highland.
you. She says she had a huge crush on you.
Don't believe it.
In 4th grade in Mrs. Hawes's class.
House.
House.
Mrs. House was missing
House,
a finger.
H-A-U-S. House.
Yeah. Much like the medical drama on Fox.
Okay. Yeah. Now, she goes on to say, he's still a cutie. I recognized the first time I saw him on Punk'd. I had to wait for the credits to see if it was really him. Sorry, Dax, I'm married now, she says.
Oh, man.
Jenny Wells, you remember her?
Yeah, super well.
Well, Jenny Preston. He knew her as Jenny Preston.
No, you know what it is? I'm horrible with names.
That's right, as Preston. You would know her as Preston.
Okay, yeah. I'm really bad with names. If I saw her, I'm sure I would have all kinds of wonderful memories. I don't believe that she had a crush on me, though, in elementary school. I want to be on record saying that.
Okay.
I find it annoying also that she implies that you are just ready to jump her bones, and she apologizes for being married.
Well, that part is true.
Well, that's the problem.
I cast a wide net.
That's good.
Like a lot of, I find that your 4s and your 5s are much more eager to please sometimes. So it's kind of like the dude in high school with the 70 Nova that's rusted out. He might have a big block with a blower in there. It might be the fastest car in town. Don't judge it by those rust spots.
Here's a guy named Todd Wright says, do you remember growing up in Axford Acres before you moved to Muir Junior High?
I sure do. I lived on Terra and Chevron. We made an intra Axford Acres move 2 streets over.
I think it's funny how people seem to imply that even though you've been on Punk'd, you've been in all these movies, the idea that you would have forgotten where you lived at age 14 or something like that, it's kind of funny, but people think that. They really think that way. Surely he doesn't remember the fact that he lived in so-and-so acres at age 14.
Right, he's forgotten all about Left Behind.
Now that he's a mover and a shaker.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think some people have kind of fabricated their background when they get famous, so they really do want to distance themselves from, heaven forbid someone find out they weren't really the quarterback in high school.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I've been very forthcoming with the fact that I was nothing special. So there's nothing really to dig up.
This movie, Get 'Em Wet, it says here that is about 2 hot tub salesmen who traveled to Japan to break into the local market. But that you and Will Arnett sold this pitch to Paramount?
Yeah, and then
I wrote that's
it.
true, right? Okay.
Yes, that's true.
What's it like to pitch a movie to Paramount? I mean, I can't imagine what that must be like.
Is it like The Player?
Exactly. That's what I was wondering. Like, when you go in there, what's that whole scene
That's my
like?
favorite part of the process.
I'll bet, man.
I like pitching because you're basically, you're just acting out a movie quickly for studio execs. And that was the 4th pitch I've sold. And I love that process. It's then going away and having to write it for 4 months. That sucks.
Right.
So you just have an outline.
You have this approach in mind, right?
I have this idea.
Well rehearsed.
I tell these guys, okay, it's about America's 2 greatest hot tub salesmen. They're the best in the biz, and the company wants to go international, so they send these 2 hot.
How many people
Americans.
are you talking to at this point as you walk into this office?
6 people, probably.
Conference room?
The president of Paramount, Brad Weston, it's in his office.
Yeah. So the guy who can make the call is there.
Yeah.
Incredible chairs, the furniture, the
lavish surroundings. Ostentatious, just opulent.
It must be unbelievable.
High cotton.
Don't you feel like going in there? I would walk in there and just have an accident in my pants and leave. I mean, that's incredible. I'd be like Chris Farley going, this movie is about, like with Paul McCartnney. About
remember when you were in the Beatles?
Yeah.
Remember when George and Jerry went to pitch their sitcom to NBC in their office?
Yeah,
like that.
Absolutely.
That was all lavish and big office.
Absolutely.
Well, the thing that we have, that Will and I have going for us, is that generally movies are sold by writers who pitch. And the writers, most of the best writers are these weird, nebbishy, not outspoken, outgoing guys who are, fantastic writers. Like you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is Larry David, who was the genius behind Seinfeld.
Right.
Like, picture that guy in your office.
Yeah.
It might not go well.
Right.
Whereas, so you have all these nebbishy, weird dudes setting up movies, and then you get a couple actors in there that actually can act out some of the parts. It goes a lot better for us. It's easier for us, I think. And their expectations are kind of low.
So you go in there, Mr. So, the secretary comes out, they'll see you now, you go in there, you've got this whole pitch in mind.
Right.
You all sit down, and then you
I
take
put on my Intel airproof suit, and then I go in so I don't contaminate the office.
Is the whole thing verbal? You're not using any visual aids?
No.
It's just a visual pitch to get them excited.
Yeah. And again, with Will there, it's 2 characters we both do, so we're doing it in character. But like the most famous pitch that sold for $2.5 million was Will Ferrell went in to Universal and said, I think it was Universal, and for the NASCAR movie that was just out, Talladega Nights. And they said, here's the pitch. Will Ferrell must go faster. And they walked out, and then they got $2.2 million. I, of course, have to go into a very detailed explanation of what the movie is. But I can't just go in the room and goes, Dax Shepard goes to Japan. Goodbye.
Well, you know what's funny about Will Ferrell is I saw he and John C. Reilly was it the MTV Awards or something, in their NASCAR, in their NASCAR outfits, and I immediately knew I'm going to love this movie.
Oh, for sure.
I knew it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
it was the MTV Movie Awards, and they did the whole red carpet that way, and they walked by, and I thought, oh, so far to go yet.
But you and him, it must be tough, though, to enact those characters like that. In front of this guy to suddenly stand up,
obviously Will and I did
interplay
quite a bit before getting there.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
rehearsal.
Still, it's weird because it's
and the weird thing is,
judgmental thing.
I sold it to Paramount, but we pitched 9 studios in 3 days, so you're just going from studio to studio to studio.
So by now, you just got it.
Universal bid on Get 'Em Wet, Paramount bid on Get 'Em Wet, and I think New Line wanted.
Yeah.
So.
Is there a rule like make sure your pitch never exceeds 20 minutes or something? Just rules of the road.
Well, again, I don't think so because every time there's a rule, then Will Ferrell goes somewhere and breaks it. Half a sentence, and $4 million later.
At the end,
a new rule.
Do they give you any kind of an indication at the end that this has been successful, or do they give you that expression where wait and see? Now we wait. And
how do they let you down?
You can definitely. You can tell how it's going for sure. I mean, they're either laughing or they're not laughing.
Yeah.
And
God, that must be brutal if they're not laughing.
Oh, believe me.
Oh, it must be awful.
Been some. What is it? Well, you're going to look. If you do 9 of them, you're going to tank one.
Yeah.
That might have been even the right studio, and they may have been susceptible to that whole idea. But you've done 9 in a row.
Well, you do hear about movies and television shows like that where so and so talk about something eventually was on Showtime and it's really successful or something, and then you find out that that thing was pitched up so and so and so and so, and they turned it down. Everybody goes, oh my God.
Yeah, E.T. was put in turnaround, right? That had been sold as a project, and the studio said, we're not making this movie. It's too much, and who's going to see a kid alien movie? And Spielberg was trying to pull that out of the studio to get set up somewhere else. So
I was just reading that
was put in turnaround, and it got set up at another studio. So
somebody asked Val Kilmer, "Hey Val, can you run down the roles that you've turned down?" And he started to, and they were unbelievable roles. And then he goes, "You know what? I'm not going to do this. This is just it's too insulting to the people who took the roles and killed with them." And not only that, it's insulting to me, too, because it makes me sound like a moron.
Yeah.
When actually there were circumstances. For this movie, I was signed up for this one already. The timing was off. I couldn't possibly do it.
Well, they never ask you to list the ones the bullets you dodged. Because for every one great movie Val turned down, he probably turned down 4 horrible pieces of crap.
What have you dodged recently?
Again, I'll sound like a douche saying that as well.
It won't get outside of Detroit. Don't worry about it.
Now, the only movie that I was really pressured into doing, which I didn't do, thank God, because I saw it recently, was Failure to Launch. Was a movie to play McConaughey's best buddy. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't really want to play second banana to McConaughey, and then it just wasn't great, and then it obviously didn't turn out.
No,
the one that sucked, though, is
movie.
I was offered the role of the bad guy in Wedding Crashers, but I was doing the Mike Judge movie. They were both starting at the same time. So I did the Mike Judge movie thinking, ooh, this is the sure thing.
Well, I can understand that. Mike Judge
made $209 million.
Oh, do you believe that? God,
which Wedding Crashers role could you have had?
The guy that was engaged to Rachel McAdams, who was played by
she is so beautiful.
Bradley Cooper.
That chick, he
does a great job.
He's a friend of mine, and he's terrific. And
God, she's beautiful.
I could see you doing that, though. Actually, your Employee of the Month character would fit nicely.
Well, that was the same producers that did Wedding Crashers did Employee of the Month, and it was going to be either Bradley Cooper or I in that Vince role, the guy from Wedding Crashers. Yeah, and he did the role in Failure to Launch. So he and I, for whatever reason, are constantly up for the same thing, even though he's gorgeous and not funny, and I'm funny. I don't know. I don't know if he's being labeled as funny inaccurately or I'm being labeled as good-looking inaccurately. Something's going on.
Well, he plays a pretty good a-hole himself. I mean, in that movie, he does a great job. Those football scenes are just priceless.
He's awesome. I'm making a movie right now on my own, and he is in it, and he's tremendous.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Which movie is that?
It's a documentary about me leaving comedy to get into martial arts films.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you were just talking about this pitch process. So I go around L.A. with a camera and I pitch studios this horrible, horrible karate movie.
Yeah.
And see what they think of it.
Like any of the Bruce Lee flicks.
Right. Well, this is more Chuck Norris, a la Caucasian martial arts master. Mm-hmm. So I've been making that. And
So it's like a fake documentary. I mean, almost like The Office.
it would be a mockumentary if not half the people are real and they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, more along the lines of Borat than,
Right.
than Office, which is straight up.
What'd you think of Borat?
I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I love Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
Borat.
What do you think about the idea that it's revolutionized comedy?
I don't think it did that, but I think it's awesome for comedy. Like, there's been 2 home runs that help all comedians, and that is Wedding Crashers, which is R-rated, and they went for it in every way, and it made $209 million, so studios are then confident in making those kind of movies. And then Borat, which, whether you loved it or hated it, it's completely new, it's unconventional, he goes for it, he's wrestling the naked guy, all those things happen, and it's at $130 million. So that's super good for me and every other comedian who wants to do more cutting-edge type.
Edgy stuff.
Oh, he takes a lot of chances in that movie.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. Well, the Jewish thing is interesting.
Well,
It
the
got
Jewish thing.
overhyped probably for all of us, though.
Yeah.
So I almost feel bad for it because by the time I saw it, I had heard it was the
Greatest thing since
Sergeant
sliced
Pepper.
bread.
Someone actually said it's the Sergeant Pepper of movies.
Right,
I'm like, really?
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
That's a pretty huge claim.
Yeah.
Well, what I can't get over
past it because when I did see it, was so funny. You know what I mean?
Oh, it is.
Was
It's
so
so good.
Yeah, and the theater is laughing uproariously. You're missing half the jokes.
And
But
through the whole movie, not even those sections. It was from beginning to end.
But what I couldn't stop thinking about, and this is even as I'm watching the movie, is how did they get these people to sign these releases?
Yeah,
and then
all signed before.
I read a whole story about how that was done, and it was a little on the squirrely side.
Sure.
And
well,
naturally,
those guys in the RV, are throwing a fit now.
Yeah, they're all suing, and I think 2 of those suits have been thrown out. But I mean, is that one of those things where you just go, "This movie's going to make so much money that we'll just throw some money at all the people that sue, and we'll still be way ahead"?
I gotta assume they didn't realize they'd get sued initially.
Yeah.
I mean, no one could have foreseen this thing making $130 million. It cost $12 million to make, and it's,
Oh, $12 million? That's all that movie
I mean,
cost?
this is
was
the
cheaper,
anomaly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that happens. Like, look at Dukes of Hazzard. They had to give the creator of that TV show $17 million the week before it came out.
God.
So
wow.
Those yokels in that
Crazy
RV
money.
probably were happy with $85 and Taco Bell gift certificate or something.
Yeah. Probably. You're
A
going to
free
be in this
trip
big
to the
movie.
Klan rally. That
I'm
was going
sure.
on.
For a lot of people, just to simply be in the movie is plenty.
Yeah.
Some of them, though, really, like the guy at the rodeo.
Oh, man.
Would I be bummed out if I was him?
But you know what's funny is you like to think that guy's not bummed out, that's how he thinks of himself.
Yeah,
like, hey, this is what I'm about.
Yeah. I'm sure he's past it.
If you ain't white, you ain't right.
Yeah.
Let's party.
Yeah.
He probably just thinks, I weeded out the people I didn't want to talk to.
I did myself some big favors.
Absolutely true, man.
Life's going to be a lot easier from here on out.
I mean, there's a lot of, door-to-door black salesmen that knock on his door, he answers, and they leave.
Yeah.
They don't even talk to him.
Well,
Jehovah's Witness struck his address from the roster.
Well, what's interesting now that you say that is I've read about all the lawsuits around that movie, and I don't think that guy's even suing.
No,
you're probably right.
There was never. Everybody was just always looking at that particular guy, but nothing ever came from that.
No,
guy.
it was the fraternity guys.
Yeah, it was
They're
the
pissed.
stuff that you wouldn't expect.
The driving instructor's up unhappy.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's very
I think that
unhappy.
guy came off beautiful.
I thought he came off beautiful.
Yeah, because they're in the South, and he kind of rolls with all the weird kissing stuff.
Oh,
I think he's a feather in the cap of all North Carolinians.
I do,
You know
too,
what,
man.
though?
I think that guy was terrific.
The problem is that guy doesn't like the fact that his grandkids now see him in an R-rated movie, and all this other stuff is going on around it. That's what he's pissed
Here's
about.
exactly what happens. The people smell money, and everything else goes out the window. It's like the Michael Richards thing. Mm-hmm. Like those people suing.
Oh, yeah. I know. What a joke.
On.
Yeah.
You're at a comedy club?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's like...
he's an idiot. Let me be on record saying he's an idiot.
The guy
also thinking that you're going to profit from that situation.
I know, because on the flip side of it, it's like Tucker Carlson said at MSNBC, where he said, like, when he was interviewing their attorneys, he says, honest to God, he says, with these guys, could they get up and go to work the next day? They were that affected.
Right.
And of course,
I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this.
Lori Allred wanted to get him in there with a judge and figure out how much this is worth. And once you start assigning a financial figure
one of those guys
to a
called
joke,
him. One of those guys called him a cracker on the way out the door.
Absolutely.
I mean, if this guy is so appalled about a racial slur, then why is he spitting one back?
Yeah, I think in the end, those two guys need to go away. And really, in the end, we just learned that Michael Richards is not a good comedian.
Well, you know, it's funny. I think we were all, like, any comedian was watching that thinking, all right, how's he going to steer this boat back on course? And the best jokes, you think,
stop laughing. It's not funny.
Yeah.
But he'll get it back. He'll get it. And then he passes the point of no return.
Yeah, then
he's not getting this back.
No, we're going to swing. Yeah, this is a Faces of Death video now.
Yeah, exactly. He's hard on the brakes. The ground's wet. He is not stopping.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
We're here if we're going to see it.
What is the word on that one out in Hollywood land? Is it over for Michael Richards?
Well, again, what's over? I think it was over.
Yeah.
Over?
It never started. That's the whole problem. Yeah, it never started to begin with.
Yeah, it's like the Welcome Back Carter teacher said Jew the other day. His career's over. Well, you know, I
have a feeling he thought he still had somewhere to go.
Well, look, the people are talking about nonstop in
another
my circle of friends, but I think he handled the apology all wrong.
Absolutely.
That was so bad. Did you watch Letterman?
Going on Letterman was his first mistake.
And I think, he went on and he said, I need to examine my own racism. Okay, I don't believe that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to go home and write on a sheet of paper, let's examine my racism. What I would have believed if he would have said is, hey, this guy made me really mad, and I wanted to hurt his feelings as bad as I possibly could, and I chose the wrong way to do it, and I'm an idiot. But to say, I'm going to, really look into this. No, you're not.
And the problem was going on Letterman in a point in time where the audience had no idea what even happened to begin with.
Right.
So that Seinfeld had to embarrass himself by saying it's not funny, people. And then he came off looking like,
stop laughing. It's not funny.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I know, he sounds like a real jerk there, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's just like the club guy was just, has him back the next day, and then all of a sudden, 2 days later, when it's a big scene and he's just burned down to his boots, it's like, he needs to pay $500,000 for each occurrence of the N-word.
Well, he went to the club the next night and performed. And he apologized. Yeah, Michael Richards did. He absolutely
he got right back on that horse.
Oh, no, he went right back on the horse. Absolutely.
The story didn't break until like 5 days later when it went on YouTube or something.
The club owner had no idea that this was going to be an
international sensation.
Absolutely. To say, like, no, you're not going near the stage.
Not only that, the club owner lied his ass off. I mean, he's running around acting like, well, just what you said. He should pay $500,000 for each use of the N-word.
All of a sudden, he's all self-righteous.
And the N-word is banned at my club.
If they win that case, I'm going to go goat Bill Gates into calling me a honky.
You're not kidding, man.
That'll be my retirement.
Yeah, that's why they could never win that case. It would set such a precedent. It'd be a disaster. There's no way.
Well, he also, the club owner, didn't he lie to one of those two guys that was insulted wanted if there was a video of it, and he said, no, or you can't have, there is, but you can't have it or something. And he claimed that, after the fact, he said, well, Michael Richards hadn't signed the waiver, and everyone has to sign the waiver before I can give anything like that out. But he actually told them, like, a video didn't exist.
When it did, yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, he was all over the road in that thing.
Yeah,
the club owner didn't know what to do.
No, he did not know what to do.
But he had him back the next night.
Yeah.
And he supposedly was going to apologize to the audience the next night, as if they would even know.
Exactly. A different audience.
A different audience. How stupid is that?
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing was so idiotic. But anyway, man,
your past comes back to haunt you again.
Oh, boy, what is it?
Okay, let's see. Hey there. We both got best sense of humor in the 6th grade. You remember junior high? Said sarcastically. Now, don't go around saying you weren't cool. Here's proof. And sweet hair. You've also got like 3 feet on the guy next to you. And there's a picture from a yearbook.
Highland Junior High.
Oh, there you are.
Dax Shepard, best sense of humor.
Mike Macon. He was the math genius.
You're right next to Mike Macon. Most intelligent.
I'm in the math club picture with him in the same yearbook.
Ryan Farron, prettiest eyes, and Glenn Kushner, most athletic. There you are.
He was very athletic, Kushner. That kid was always kicking a soccer ball to and fro school.
He
probably right now is is juggling a soccer ball and holding a baby. Or like trading stocks and juggling a...
Okay, here we go. Subject.
Wait, who wrote that? Did Amy Billings write that?
Is that what's at the bottom?
This will actually say. I had a huge crush on Amy Billings.
Oh, you did?
She was dating my buddy Trevor Robinson, who's of course got most popular.
No, Amy says nothing about being married.
No,
she is married though.
But
she has either a baby or babies. That's why I snuck in the S.
Here's another chick who's emailed in. Subject Dax. Hey guys, is there a picture of Dax somewhere? I can't believe she doesn't know who Dax is. But anyway, then she goes on to say, does he like older 34D women? Thanks, JD.
34D women.
I don't like them. I love them.
Can we take a picture of Dax and put it up on the site?
Yeah, I mean, this is absurd. Well, that sounded douchey. She can definitely go to Google Images.
Yeah, really.
Pop in Dax Shepard.
Yeah. We have to take a picture and put it on a radio station website. You're all over the internet.
We've taken a bunch of pictures of Dax. They're up there.
Oh, they're up there already?
Yes.
Or they will be up there within minutes. Yeah,
My God.
Hi, this is Carol from Livonia. You keep talking about McDonald's. What are the arches?
Exactly, man.
Could you describe them?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And you live where in California exactly?
The address?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can write it down.
I live in Los Feliz.
Village.
I live in Los Feliz, which is just the eastern part of Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it a lot.
Yeah. And is it
it's
one
kind
of
the like Greenwich Village area of L.A.
Cool. Oh, a lot of fun.
Who do you think you are?
It's so weird they had the foresight to write that song about me so long ago.
You got a nice swimming pool, right?
I have a swimming pool. We went over this last time.
I know we did.
You really tried to make me sound like
you
a
remembered.
Jerk. Yeah.
No, I wasn't making it sound like a jerk.
No, I do.
I'm just trying to live your life.
Well, hey, it gets hot out in L.A. You need a swimming pool.
I know. No, I agree. It wasn't to position you in a strange way.
It's life or death.
It's for me to bring your home alive in my head so I can go there mentally.
Right.
That's all.
That mean like me going, ooh, do you have radar in your airplane?
Yeah. Exactly the same thing.
Oh, you got a CB in your radio?
See, I'm not worried about my position. I'll just answer you absolutely without concern.
Oh, you're a pussy. What do you use? Gasoline in the engine?
100 octane.
I actually
it's blue.
I picture a house that
land on landing strips.
And if it's green or red, don't fly.
I picture a house that like 4 of the rooms aren't even furnished yet.
No, that changed because I hosted Christmas this year. My family came out.
Okay, your mom
so
came out.
I did. I had to complete everything by that date, and I did.
Oh, you did it by yourself?
Yeah.
Or you hired it out?
No, I did it by myself.
Really?
I take a lot of
Really?
pride in that kind of thing.
Rental furniture?
Yeah, I've even built crap at my house.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean crap. It's not very solid. A gigantic privacy wall. I did.
Is it because you like to work with your hands or you're tight?
Both. Okay. A combination of the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Most great acts have been led from that same fear of failure and liking to work with one's hands.
Well, it's funny. In Hollywood, they're the guys who, they get their first $10 million movie and they pick up the lifestyle.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're in trouble in no time.
Oh, in no time flat. Yeah, exactly.
And then they're the guys that are building their way up $1 million, $2 million,
watch your
$3
P's and
million.
Q's, and then one day they say, oh, my God, they own all these golf courses in half the state of California, and that guy there is worth $500 million. What?
I wake up every morning and go, please don't ever let me work at California Pizza Kitchen again. However, whatever I have to do today to keep that from happening.
Well, what's the movie you're working on right now?
Right now I'm finishing up that documentary I was making, and then in 2 weeks I start Smother, which I saw.
This stuff here.
Smother sounds like you got some big names in that.
Yeah, Diane Keaton's.
Yeah, that's pretty
sweet. Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
So that thing ought to do something.
Beautiful Liv Tyler, who I make out with quite often in this
Really?
film. Oh, yeah.
She could kiss her?
I haven't even met her yet.
Ooh, who do you think you are?
I'm going to admit that I actually used to think that said Mr. Pit Stop. Play it again and just see if you can hear Pit Stop in there.
Mr. Pit Stop.
Yeah, you can
a little bit, right?
Yeah. But you know, that's one thing we got on that sort of thing. Like people that sing song, you know, you sing along and you find out later that you were way off.
Yes, that's nearly every song I sing out loud.
Yeah, right.
Well, when it's
like the one guy that thought Dude Looks Like a Lady was Do the Funky Lady.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a
much better title.
It's that big Hendrix one. Is it, excuse me, while I
Kiss this guy.
Yeah, kiss this dude.
Guy.
Excuse me while I kiss this man.
Well, we'll figure it out off the air.
He's a dude. He's a man.
So in the can.
In the can.
What are you talking about?
What a man in his can. His name is Stan.
He should have ran.
I fed him flan.
Goes by Stan.
I had to use a rubber band to keep that stuff hard.
Got a tan.
Got a tan. He was super tan.
So, Dax, how are you getting smothered in this movie?
So it ran a fan.
I actually read the bio part, but I'm trying to remember why you're being smothered in this movie. Or did your mother move in or something?
Yeah, my mom thinks that my dad's cheating on her, so she moves into my house with my wife and I, and she's a nightmare of a mother. Quite opposite of my own mother, Laura.
That would be Diane Keaton.
Yes, Diane Keaton.
And she smothers you.
She does, figuratively and literally.
I can see her doing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But come on.
Liv Tyler takes sides with her, of course. Sort of.
I don't want to give away the cliffhanger ending. But she does murder my mom.
Really?
No.
You tell them about the full frontal after they sign on? Or before?
I like to start each scene of each movie with a full frontal nude, whether it's in the script or not. Just kind of, hey, this is where I'm willing to go if we need it. We may not need it, but we're better safe to have it and not use it than not have it.
We had the best conversation with, I'm sure you know Todd Phillips.
You just got past a note that says we've been off the air for a half hour. Isn't that what it said?
Yeah, that.
But you talked to Todd Phillips?
Yeah, Todd was in, we had him in for about an hour one morning, and he was talking about...
He was much better than me. Was he promoting the scandal of the horrible...
He was promoting that.
School for Scoundrels.
Yeah, and fortunately, it's funny, a lot of times when guys come in like that, I don't want to see the movie.
Right.
Because though I hate it, it's so hard the next day.
Yes.
Because you're not going to tell the guy, hey, the movie sucked, and I wish you weren't here.
Yeah. Boy, this is awkward.
Or why don't we talk about your good movies? It's really difficult. But I hadn't seen the movie.
Well, he was the original director of Borat.
Yeah.
And that's right. That's right. We talked about that, actually.
He told us he quit after a month.
Creative differences.
He and Borat had creative differences, and that Borat was right. Or Sasha was right.
Oh, wow. He admitted that?
Yeah, he did.
That's really big of him.
He was very cool about it. But he also did Old School, and he did...
that G.G. Allen documentary called Hate It.
Yes.
That's right. He was talking about that extensively.
Did you guys watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's good. Well done.
But that was a cool thing to make in film school.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Matthew Lillard has a really neat story about Todd Phillips. When he was going to acting school, he did that movie, the John Waters movie, Serial Mom. Remember Serial Mom?
With
and Matthew
Turner?
Lillard was in it. Yeah, Kathleen Turner.
Yeah, Kathleen Turner.
And there was a screen of it, and 3 rows back was this guy, Todd Phillips, and he tapped him on the shoulder. He said, I think you're really great in this. I'm going to be a director. And Matt was like, all right, buddy. Peace out. It's Todd Phillips, who's one of the biggest comedy directors ever.
Well, Todd was telling us about, let's see, what movie was it that he got Amy to do nudity in? Road Trip. And he was telling us about how
nude scene.
He basically just blew it off till it came up in the movie. And so he's like, okay, Amy, here's what we got to do. And she's like, no, I'm not doing nudity. And so the next thing you know, he's on the phone with her grandmother.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Basically trying to convince her grandmother that this is important for her career. And
that was one of the things she was worried about.
It's okay.
Right.
And her grandmother said, cool. No problem.
You know what's weird, though, is that...
And then she went nuts.
That's always in a contract, whether... before you start, that would have been in a contract.
I think it was in the contract that she didn't have to do any nudity.
Right.
So he figured he'd just talk her into it.
Yeah. So that's what's funny about...
And he did.
But that was a main scene, too. I mean, if she'd have turned that down, that would have sucked.
Well, that's what's funny about Punk'd is when we were doing the contract for that show, I had my lawyer, I said, make sure you put in a clause that they can't ever release, like, Too Hot for Punk'd, unrated DVD with full nudity. He's like, are you going to do full nudity? And I go, I don't know, it could happen. And sure enough, it happened.
Yeah, that's exactly right. In that clothing store.
We had that clause in there.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, thank God.
It was in the clothing store with
that's one of the best punks of all time.
Absolutely.
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba, yeah, absolutely.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What is your favorite punk?
Timberlake.
No, well, that one wasn't very fun for me to do because he was such a big name that everyone from MTV came down that day to make sure I didn't screw it up.
Timberlake, that was a big one.
So everyone was in a garage, making sure I didn't do something wrong and make them mad, whatever. So that one wasn't fun. The funnest one for me was that football one where Jerome Bettis tackled me.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious.
That was great. God, he was freaked out.
Yeah. And
really
then Jerome,
freaked.
not Jerome Bettis, what's the quarterback? Garcia, when I called him a liar. Yeah. He's like, let's just agree to disagree, shake hands. I'm like, I will not shake hands with a liar in front of my viewers. Good day, sir.
Did you really smash Timberlake's guitar?
Yeah, but that wasn't. That was a replica of. It was the exact same guitar that apparently Britney had given him or something.
Yeah.
Well, what was interesting was the Navarro one, which originally he wouldn't allow to be.
No, that wasn't it. That was part of the pilot. That filmed a full year before we filmed the show. What had happened was we filmed another segment that was in that episode that MTV got sued over. So the episode itself was getting sued. It wasn't Navarro not allowing it to be released. Yeah, he was super cool about it.
That episode, I love that episode because when he starts saying like, just shut up, just don't even talk.
Well, they called it. I kept going, and Kutcher said that's it, and jumped out of the car ahead of us, and was like, "There's going to be a fight." That was the single first thing I filmed with them. That was the pilot episode, day one.
Was that the pilot?
We don't know if this show's going to work, and that was one of our best ones.
Oh man,
that was absolutely uproariously funny.
It was terrific, fantastic.
I mean, when you just were nonstop, you were so relentless.
It did look like it was
all off the top of your head, and it was just brilliant. And when he got to the point where he was like, just don't even talk. Just shut up. Stop talking.
Yeah.
It was so great.
You fit all those punk, though. You just you have that look about you.
Like a jerk.
I don't know. You just act those parts really well. You're convincing.
What was the Nick Lachey punk? Mike was just saying it was one of his favorites.
That's where I had like a sweet mullet, and I said I was going to live on his property in my mobile home. And
absolutely.
And then what's great is we had the inside of the mic. We had the inside of the house mic'd, so we heard him say, "I think I'm going to have to fight this guy to get him off the property." And then so we knew he said that, so I went and knocked at the door. I was like, "You talking about fist fighting, man?"
No, not at all. He was such a sissy in that thing.
He is the coolest dude ever, though. Yeah, he's a really neat guy.
No, we've heard that. He really is a nice guy.
Oh, man.
I talked about him with that after, because I forget, that really happened to that guy. I was always in on the joke, because I'm acting in it, and I forget, there was really a moment in time where he thought his cousin was there. Yeah. And he was going to fight him. That was real to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I talked about it with him later, and he goes, "Look, man, you were crazy. I'm thinking you have a shotgun in your trailer.
Yeah.
Who knows what you have going on?" I'm
absolutely.
That's true. If someone's ballsy enough to just land on your property, I'm here for good.
He had a trailer and set up a little folding chair.
You got to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's like Chuck Liddell or something.
Absolutely.
He was going to write
you. It's true.
He was going to write you a check for $5,000.
Sure.
To go away.
Yeah, to get rid of you.
Yeah. He told me after, he's like, "I was just going to cancel the check."
That's interesting because he's real big on moving his own stuff.
He is.
He's on the tight side.
He's
very
tight as I do.
Very provincial, very Midwestern, which I like about him.
Me too.
Actually.
I mean, he tried to sod that piece of property on his own and level it out. That was great.
Yeah.
And he moved. He probably caused like $16,000 in damage to his house moving himself.
Yeah, exactly. What was that big thing he was trying to move on the across?
Yeah, they had a pulley set up.
And it was this huge
the kind of thing you bring in a piano mover for. He and his brother just tried to wing it.
Yes, that was so precarious.
I saw this in a movie. Just get some rope.
I know. I couldn't believe they thought that could work.
You know what? It's funny. After watching that show, I thought Jessica Simpson was finished. I thought, I can't believe anyone will respect her.
Her stupidity propelled her. I mean, once the tuna thing went down, that was it.
It was great.
Yeah.
I mean,
the fact that she was hot helped, but, the tuna thing launched her. Everybody thought that was the undoing. Then they marketed her as a dope with him playing, straight man to her. Then it got to be really annoying. And
well, it's a genius.
He fell away and she took off.
It's a genius plan because then it allows an ugly, smart guy to go, I'm just smart enough to trick her into liking me. So then, everyone thought maybe they could be with her.
Right.
It's kind of genius. I could trick her with smoke and mirrors and she'd be mine.
That's
It's interesting, though, with Employee of the Month, and I know I keep coming back to this movie, but I was fascinated by it because she was really she was kind of the name of that movie. I mean, Jessica Simpson, and yet her role could have been played by anyone.
Yes. In fact, I offered to play both roles.
But did she, I just in the end couldn't help thinking, did she help that movie or did she hurt that movie?
Well, she hurt the movie ultimately, I think. But I think she's good in it. I think people could not get over it. You know what I'm saying? People decided and they did the same thing to Dane. They were like, I don't like Dane. There's no way I'm giving him a shot in this movie. Yeah.
Right.
And even when they were watching it, they're being hypercritical,
Any Andy Dick stories from that set?
Had you heard I had Andy Dick stories, or it just goes without saying? I probably
It goes without saying.
Yeah, but I don't want to embarrass him. But yeah, I've never ever...
Oh, he loves embarrassing himself.
Yeah, I leave it up to him. He does it good. I've never fought with somebody on a set, but he and I did not always see eye to eye.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why, is he just a pain in the ass? Or was he doing something...
he was doing a whole host of things. I don't agree with that work, but whatever.
He's the kind of guy that will just do anything.
Sure.
And it's like, I'll apologize later.
But I actually like him a lot, and I think he's hilarious. I can, disagree with his work ethic and still think he's hilarious.
Okay, so he was late to the set periodically, perhaps?
Oh, no, maybe early, just not in a condition you'd want to be.
Okay. I got you.
Right.
We'll get some more of these off the air, and we'll tell you when Dax leaves town.
Yeah, there you go.
Some off the record stuff. It'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll say adios to Dax after this. Dax has told me the funniest story. We were listening to these guys are playing, what is that stupid game?
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Heroes. And they're playing that first song in the movie Blow, Can't You Hear Me Knocking by the Stones, which Dax and I...
Arguably the greatest rock song ever.
It is.
In my opinion.
Awesome
totally,
song.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me... There you go.
Oh, come on. Huh? What?
This song just gets in you right away.
That kicks ass more than this?
No.
Hardly.
Doesn't exist.
So anyway, Dax starts telling me...
That song won't have you waking up in a coke den. I don't know what
I know,
song
I already see the plane landing and unloading it.
Yeah.
People turning it to powder with lights and everything.
The song starts and I start thinking, I gotta find a dealer.
Yeah. They do make it look pretty good, don't they?
That was one of the things we talked
about. All that white powder.
We actually got to talk to Mick Jagger for 12 minutes one day.
Oh, really?
And that was one of the things we talked about was licensing songs to movies, because they were starting to unleash a lot of songs in movies. And this is
so much money in that.
Yeah. No wonder everybody's doing it these days.
Yeah.
I think they had just unleashed this into Blow.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he knew that the De Niro, Pesci, Goodfellas, those kind of movies, that the Stones songs seemed to work so well in those flicks, and so he wasn't worried about it.
That's actually what I wonder is, does Scorsese get a break on those royalty fees? Because he's used them forever. Even in lower budget movies, he'll have 4 Stones songs in there.
That's interesting.
I was telling you guys in the break that we used this song in Without a Paddle in the Potfield scene. And it was $300,000 to have this song play underneath of that scene.
How interesting!
But this is the most incredible part of the story. They can only play the song once.
Yeah.
So they had to leave it down in the mix so you can barely hear it.
Just barely make it out for about half the scene, and then they bring it back up.
Yeah. If there's a break,
you can't edit it in any way. You can't splice it in half and then play the back half at the end of the scene. It's got to just play from beginning.
Wow, that is so interesting, man. $300,000.
Where where the movie, the song does disappear, and then they bring it up like 5 minutes later.
Yeah,
they
true.
just pay it again.
Yeah, absolutely true.
That's why Sandler movies, he's got such an advantage. They have $8 million sound budget, music budget. in those movies.
Wow.
You go into a Sandler movie, and there's like 15 awesome classic rock songs.
Right. Yeah.
Well, how about Cameron Crowe?
God, that Blow movie was so
Cameron
great.
Crowe, he must spend a ton on his soundtracks.
Yes. Again, I wonder if that guy has any kind... Because I've thought... because, Metallica had never licensed anything. They were very proud of that fact. And then there was that documentary about the kids killing the other kids in the woods. It's called Return to Paradise or Paradise Lost or something.
Oh, yeah, I know. I saw that movie.
The first thing that Metallica had ever licensed, and they basically gave it to those guys because they sympathized with those kids that were wrongly, convicted. So...
Oh, no kidding.
So I'm making this documentary right now for no money at all. I'm thinking, does anyone think I'm cool enough to give a super awesome song for free? It's going to be really funny. Does that help? No. It helps.
I was thinking if you go to one of those one-hit wonder type people, but those are the ones who are going to go, they need the money
the most
most.
desperate, exactly.
Yeah.
And
they go,
the people
I
that
gotta
don't
get
need
some out of this. I can't get it away.
Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Yeah, and the people that are so successful are so arrogant, there's no way they're going to discount.
Yeah, hey, guy from Air Supply, I took me a private investigator to find you. You're not going to let me use the song for $10,000?
I'll tell you what's a cool song.
I don't know if you're RE or O of REO Speedwagon, but buddy, you need the money.
It took a month and a half to find you. And then the bastard says no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the problem is you got to use Man-Eater or whatever in the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I don't want that.
Gross.
But I'll tell you where I think...
I'm sorry, you don't want Man-Eater?
Yeah.
How homophobic of
Kiss
you.
on my list? Let's see. Well, oh boy.
You don't want that
Out of touch.
That chart topper make out with a dude. Man on Man 69 by the Bee Gees. That's a good one.
But of course, John Oates is
my stomach.
His TV commercials for who are they for? Infinity. Yeah.
I didn't know
God,
that was when I knew that Oates needed some cash quick.
I was young, so I could be wrong in this, but wasn't Daryl Hall doing all the heavy lifting? Like, what was John Oates an integral?
It's interesting because
did he dance in the background? Or
no, he played guitar. I think he wrote the music.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
I think he was pretty significant. But it's funny when we interviewed him, I never really could get out of him what he did do because
I know it was just so
great.
gay.
He looked great. I think we all agree that his hair was immaculate.
You mean Daryl Hall?
Yeah. Which one's the guy with the black hair?
Oates had a hair helmet. It was nice.
Wait, which one is it? Oates
had the curly black hair. The curly black hair.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
surprised.
It's kind of like when you go. Have you guys ever gone and seen Steely Dan? Like within the last 5 years?
Yes.
And Donald Fagen will play some of his independent, solo music, and it's great. It sounds just like Steely Dan. And then the other turkey, the guitar, what's his name? The other member of Steely Dan,
Go Fish.
Fagen and
Fish.
God.
Geez. Anyways, that turkey plays one of his solo tracks. And you're like,
Everybody's
oh,
like-
come on, Steely Dan.
Oh, it's driving me crazy. Donald Fagen and what is his name? Dave, come up on email any second. Somebody will help us
solve
here.
this
You
riddle.
got to wait for the delay, though.
Oh, that's right. Oh, what I was going to tell you was,
Come on, people, give us the answer.
I know where you might be able to get a good song cheap, and only because the guy is half nuts, and that is Question Mark of the Mysterians. Oh, 96 Tears.
Who left me a message the other day, by the way.
He did?
Yeah, on my
Question Mark?
voicemail there. Yeah, I'll have to play it for you. It's really trippy.
You know, the one I actually was going to try to appeal to was Ted Nugent, because I think Stranglehold's one of the best songs
Oh,
ever.
yeah, no doubt.
Especially in a movie, because it can set a mood like no other song.
yeah.
You want to go out and kill and murder.
Go for it.
Yeah. He's in Texas now,
Oh, he moved?
Yeah, he moved.
Yeah.
His house got wrecked with black mold. They had to take it to the ground.
You're
man.
kidding.
They had to waste that house. It was
But
all
Ted's-
black mold. And as a matter of fact, his wife, Shemaine, ended up sick in a dog, hospitalized for months. because
Walter
of it.
Becker.
Couldn't breathe.
Walter Becker and
Really?
Donald Fagen.
Disaster, really.
Walter Becker.
Walter Becker. But yeah, I grew up within striking distance of Uncle Ted, and I thought I'm going to somehow appeal to him and go, look.
His Michigan roots run very deep, Dax.
Yeah.
Nuge is a great possibility.
Yeah. But he does like money.
I don't want to speak for him. Yeah, no, he does like money. He does have a manager, and I doubt he gives a lot of stuff away.
Well, you know, the thing about the Nugget, though, is that you forget, or I forget how gigantic he was. I watched the Behind the Music on him.
Yeah.
He played to 250,000 fans in Orange County in, I don't know, 81 or something.
Is that right?
250,000 people came to see Uncle Ted.
In 70, I think it was 76, he was the largest grossing artist of the year.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, he had his time,
man.
man.
He was swinging with a loincloth on.
Absolutely. Women reaching up and grabbing his... remember he was telling us that story about the loincloth and all the women grabbing his...
But have you guys seen his Behind the Music? It's the harshest thing ever.
No, it's really rough. It's bad.
Yeah. They talk about his ex-wife who died in a drinking and driving accident or something. They say, well, what do you have to say about that? And he goes... It's always been really simple to me. Drinking and drugs equals dead. Next.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Were you married to that person?
I know. Yeah.
We all
pretty
hate
strong.
drinking and driving, but geez.
But, God, a little heavy.
Yeah.
I know. He's pretty heavy.
Well, they ask him about breaking up the Amboy Dukes, and he goes, listen, there's always going to be an alpha male. You're either lead dog or get out of the way. Everything for him boils down to wolf hunting tactics.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are consulting like astrology and
hunting analogy comes out
in the woods
every time.
He's the Dwight Schrute of rock and roll.
Yeah, no, every time, man. It's
I didn't know whether to get divorced or not, so I went and watched Polar Bear take down
right.
in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, had my answer right there. Yeah.
I consulted an eagle at 7,800 feet.
Yeah.
And he told me, diversify my investments.
That's it.
Ted Lee's amazing, but that Behind the Music,
unique.
The really rough part of that is that they do get into all the chick stuff.
Well, he had to adopt
chick stuff is
the
not
current
good.
wife.
Huh?
He had to adopt his current wife. He went down to Hawaii on tour, met a 15-year-old or 16-year-old, fell in love with her, wanted to take her out on the road, but couldn't because he needed to become her legal guardian, and he adopted her. Jennifer, I almost threw up here. He adopted her and took her on the road.
No kidding.
Yes,
Shemaine?
I didn't think that's still his current wife.
Shemaine?
Yeah, it was in the Behind the Music.
No, wait a
No,
second.
because Shemaine
was doing traffic on
Shemaine
wheels
was doing
when he
traffic
met her,
on
supposedly.
LLC. Yeah, and
there's a second wife.
This is
in there.
another chick.
Yeah, because that's
She's
different than
she's
Shemaine.
a Pack Islander.
Yeah, because he scooped
I
Shemaine
know
up
who you're talking about.
when he did that
Peloponnesian.
gig. Threw her in the Bronco, went nuts in the parking lot. Next thing you know, it was the talk of the town when everybody saw them drive in from Ted's place the next morning. And instantly, they were getting married in Vegas. She had the mini skirt on. Little mini blue jean skirt. And all
Sometimes he would blow through downtown Milford in that zebra strip.
That zebra Bronco. Yep, that's the one.
It was as if the second coming was blowing through town. There he is.
Absolutely. Yeah, up on two wheels.
Yeah, that was a tough Behind the
Because
Music.
he's not getting enough attention.
No. He's got to have the thing painted zebra.
Yeah.
Every time he gets on the air, he was always asking for people to come in and do some muffler job or some unbelievable high performance
New tires.
engine, you know.
Yeah. No, Ted and his vehicles.
Yeah.
Pretty serious
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
And he always, every time he came in the morning, he would leave Jackson at like 5:30 to be at Riff at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is about an hour and a half drive for anyone else. But Ted would drive 120 and he'd make it at 6:01.
And if he got pulled over, he'd compare artillery with the police officers. He'd start pulling out all the Glocks and everything. Go, I bet I can beat you.
How many rounds you packing?
Yeah.
Well, he brought his Glock out that one day when Haywood Banks was in.
Absolutely. Sure he did. He absolutely did. Absolutely.
He wears it into the studio.
Oh, yeah.
In case he happens to see an elk in here or something.
In case he doesn't like somebody, I guess.
I don't know what the deal. You know, Ted's great.
He just likes being armed. Let's face it.
Yeah, he likes being armed.
Feels great.
He calls it his tool, remember? It's his tool.
No, it's very important to him. Because he leaves the studio, and there's always 50 people waiting outside, and he'll stand and he'll sign autographs until the last guy is gone. He's really good like that.
Yeah. And then chances are he's got somebody barbecuing deer meat while that's going on. 5 feet away.
Someone making a nice rooster summer sausage.
Something that has a really wild flavor.
Oh, he loves that gamey taste.
Oh, I know. I hate that gamey taste.
Everyone does.
I know. That's what I thought. My dad used to hunt like crazy as a kid, and every time I used to go out in the garage with like a slaughterhouse. house. Because it was like feathers everywhere. They come back with all these
Chainsaw
pheasants.
Massacre.
It was. I mean, there was blood everywhere.
In my neighborhood in Axford Acres, after deer season, people would proudly hang their buck in front of the garage and do some of the field dressing there. It's so normal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Dax, that's so true. That's how my dad was.
And they're like, wait a minute, they had carcasses in their front yard, and the neighbors would come by and look at it and pat them on the back. Yeah.
Well, Michigan's such a big hunting state, you know, and then we'd have that pheasant, and everybody would act like it was great. My dad's chewing away, like, you know, and I'm like, God, this is gamey. Weird.
What Ted would do his week on the air, though, and by the third day, there'd be 50 people in camo who were either in the studio or 10 feet from the studio.
Oh, yeah.
His entourage was all...
Yeah, they were all people that were connected. They were connected to him through either Ted Nugent's Bow Hunters or through the news magazine or the newsletter or...
The zebra hats that you could see from 100 miles away. You know?
About 10 of them were fans who just put on camo and knew they could get in.
Absolutely. 15 feet into the forest would drop from exhaustion.
A bunch of bow-wielding vegans who just love stranglehold.
Yeah.
Compromising their beliefs to be in his presence.
Well, I hope you can find your song. That sounds like a real challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's a must-have.
So something will happen. One of those things like you've got no dough for. You just need somebody to take sympathy on you.
It'll happen.
I want to be the first guy to make a feature-length film for under $5,000. And so far, I'm succeeding. I've asked every one of my actor friends. I've exploited them. Got great cameos.
Yeah.
Well, look at
that could happen.
Look at Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite. What'd they do that for? $75,000.
Yeah, something like that. Blair Witch was $60,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it does happen.
It can be done.
Yeah.
So who did you have to call in favors from?
John Favreau's in it.
Oh, John Favreau?
Yeah.
I love John Favreau.
Ashton's in it.
Nice.
Seth Green's in it.
Wow. Are you and Seth good friends?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, well, he's one of the coolest guys.
It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun shooting that flick.
I'll probably never have a better time in my life than that. That was just unbelievable.
Well, it was you, Seth Green, and who's the third guy?
Lillard.
Oh, yeah, Lillard.
And then Ethan
Lillard seems like a good guy.
On My Name is Earl, the bigger guy on My Name is Earl. Ethan was in it, and he and I became really good buddies. But, I mean, my very first movie was 4 months in New Zealand. You know, it'll just never get better than that.
God, you're not kidding.
Daily, I was waking up going, wait a minute, I'm on the other side of the world.
I can't imagine. That's one place I've always wanted to go to someday before I die. I'd love to see New Zealand. That looks like the most beautiful place on the face of the earth.
Well, what's so cool about
it, it's so friggin' far away.
It is. But what's so neat about it is it's not like any one of its environments are unique, but they all happen within a 200-mile range. So if you start in Wellington, you drive north up to Auckland, you're going to see desert, alpine mountains, tropical rainforest. It's all within
water,
200
seascapes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh God!
I just saw that movie.
The photographs of New Zealand. Oh my
God!
God!
Mike, what's that movie? I think I loaned it to you about that. The two girls and the guy who get kidnapped by that dude in Australia.
Hostel.
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek. That's it.
And it's a real crappy movie.
Oh, boy,
it's
just
terribly
rough.
violent.
It's a rough
guy that kills
movie.
everybody. True story.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
But it's an edge of the seat thriller.
Really?
I mean, it's really intense.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
pretty brutal.
Intense.
We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Yeah.
There you go.
You only need the edge.
That always got me down.
I haven't heard that in a few years.
Yeah, I used to every year for my birthday. My mom took me to the truck pulls at the Silverdome.
I was there. We were probably there. Welcome you.
And
we've done
probably
so. In our day.
We did.
We were
back then,
and we were broke too. So we thought, if we're not going to use the whole seat, can we pay for a fifth of it?
I never knew what to do at a truck pull. It was like, how are we supposed to MC a truck pull? What do you do?
I don't know.
You can't hear anything.
Oh, no.
There's no need for a commentator.
I love it how later on it became no smoking, but the air was so blue you couldn't see the other side of the Silverdome in 10 minutes.
I know.
I can't imagine what impact that had on my hearing as an adult.
Oh, yeah.
Or my cardiovascular, that you're breathing raw exhaust.
And then a week later along comes Grave Digger.
Yeah.
But we were down there on the floor too. It was so loud down there.
Loud. We couldn't hear ourselves at all.
Remember they brought Grave Digger here.
I think we're on.
Gravedigger was right here. Absolutely.
Oh,
They brought it here.
They brought it here. I climbed up in that effer.
Yeah, we both did.
Was it you I was in there with?
Yeah,
we had a gay moment in there.
Oh, good God.
No, we didn't have a gay moment. We had an awesome moment in there. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You went up in the gay digger?
That's got legs.
This week, the
Gay digger. You know, these days that would be popular.
The whole seat, but you'll only need your friends.
Hey, Dax, you'll love this. Katie from Novi has emailed in to say, subject, Dax Shepard, let's go to prison. Let's Go to Prison rocked. I went with my boyfriend to see it. We laughed the entire time. Great movie. We will buy it on DVD when it comes out. Happy birthday, Dax.
Thank you, Katie.
How cool.
Here's another one from Jay Allen saying, tell Dax he was phenomenal in Zathura.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I saw that movie. He was an astronaut.
Zathura.
That is a great movie, and it tanked, but it's now found a life on DVD and on cable. People are now seeing it a lot.
That is so common.
It had help from
happens
The
with so many
Apprentice, too.
movies.
Remember, it was a big subject of The Apprentice?
Yeah.
Zathura,
Oh, yeah. It was
the whole
huge.
business. Yeah.
Well, that was a big promo for your
That was a
for
disaster.
your friend John Favreau.
Yeah.
Now, what went wrong with that?
Yeah,
now?
the Apprentice was a disaster.
Well, we came out between. Oh, what wrong with The Apprentice? Or
No.
the campaign?
What went wrong with this movie? I would
Two
think
things.
they would have.
The title's horrible.
Yeah.
Secondly, we came out between Chicken Little and Harry Potter, which unless you know. It
There's
was a
your
full
problem right
nudity
there.
Movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Nothing was going to make money.
Well, see,
on
because
that
I
week.
thought a movie like
that was
that,
not
sort of a
good
peachy
timing.
kind of a thing, a clean movie like that, would have that mass appeal.
Well, I did too, because the critics hated Without a Paddle. They panned it. Every single person that reviewed it hated it. That movie came out and did $60 million, made oops, I almost swore, a slew of money. And then I was in Zathura, came out next, and the critics loved it. Everyone loved that movie.
Yeah.
Everyone that saw it loved it. It tested high. And
I
it
would
came
think
out
that would be true, absolutely.
So when that movie was out, no one ever came up to me and said, I loved you in Zathura. But now I'd say if I go to the grocery store, anytime I'm around little kids that are like 10 to 13 or 8 to 13, they look at me like there's an astronaut in the store.
See? Yeah.
They really can't wrap their head around.
But why didn't that happen at the box office?
I don't know. Dude, people underestimate the percentage of luck involved in movies. It's literally 60% luck. Like 40% is how good it is, and then crazy
how it's
things
positioned,
happen.
what else is coming out, and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
Some movies you look at, and like Fantastic Four, that movie made $160 million. How?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I know everybody that's seen it hates it.
in a tight outfit doesn't hurt.
Stupid.
And the word of mouth is horrible, and it goes on to, make a boatload.
You know what?
Well, that's just it, because people can go to it, think it absolutely sucks, but they've racked up the statistics, and they've made the money, so who cares?
That movie had its amusing moments, though. I will say, for Fantastic Four, as dumb as the whole concept was, and the plot and all that, there was some actually fairly amusing stuff in there. And I don't know how much of it was Jessica Alba, but...
Right.
It was viewable.
I could watch her read out of a phone book, to be honest.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah. Is this show that's on in the background here, Greg, is that a local Detroit show? Or is that all over the nation?
That's nationwide, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness. It's
awful.
It is the worst show.
The Greg Barrett show.
Yeah. So because I love you so much, I wanted to take a moment and return the favor. Take a look at the lengths that I will go to prove my love to you.
Oh, God.
Look at the hair and the glasses.
Oh, my God.
I will
is
go
this
a day
stupid?
without gel or hairspray, because I love you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, this is...
How stupid is this?
This is a Harpo production.
Oh, well, there you go. Oprah's behind it.
Yeah, he was on Oprah a few times. This is the guy that either marry him or dump him.
Yeah.
That's his big thing on Oprah. And, of course, all the white women in the Oprah audience just thought that was the greatest thing.
Of course.
Because these women would get up and go, Greg, I've been dating this guy for a year and a half, and we're not engaged yet. And he'd just go, dump him. Obviously, he's not going to marry you. Just get rid of him. The whole crowd, okay.
He's Not That Into You was his book. Remember? He's just not that.
Oh, that's exactly right,
a
Mike.
woman wrote that book.
No, this
Might as well have
a
been.
woman should have written it.
Yeah, look at him now. Look how swept back his hair is now that he's on the street.
Oh, he wrote
The glasses are gone, and look at the hair pulled back.
He looks like a bad, what's his 1, 2, 3 lockbox? I Can't Drive 55. Sammy Hagar.
Oh, Sammy Hagar.
He looks like an effeminate Sammy Hagar.
Yeah. Oh, now he's going to have an Oreo cookie with ketchup on it just to show us how crazy he is.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh, my God, you do love me, Greg.
Oh, he did it. That's crazy. And he likes it.
You better be worth it.
Oh, this is rough.
This guy is ugly.
Well, we interviewed him just
You
to
did?
rag him.
Yeah.
We interviewed him just to
Did
rag
he
him.
come down here or was it over the
No,
horn?
it was on his phone, so it was easy to rag him.
Wait,
I'd even part my hair down the middle for you.
Oh, I made a joke about that, and he did it. Look, he's not wearing a hairspray or gel.
You're right. He's not.
Oh,
Well,
he telegraphed that
I've
one.
done a lot
I saw that coming from a mile away.
entire studio for you.
Oh,
No, we
Greg.
basically interviewed him to tell him to cut it out.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Just knock it off. Knock it off right
Yeah,
now.
It's not cute,
Yes.
all right?
Yeah.
Start a new career. Come
gotta-
up with a different angle. Do something, but don't do this.
See, I actually, when I thought it was a woman that wrote that book, I thought, this is great. This is the best advice that anyone could be getting if you're a girl. Like, just back off a bit. Let us come at you.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the message of the book?
Always.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
no, I think the
in his book, the message was if you've been dating for a long time and he doesn't want to get married, then lose him because you're
Or he
wasting your
doesn't
time. You're just
call
going to
you.
grow old and then accomplish nothing. You're spinning your wheels.
Well, I like the version I made up a lot better.
No, I think the idea was what he basically wanted that audience to do, and everyone in the audience had been in a relationship from anywhere from 1 to 10 years, probably.
That didn't go anywhere. Never resulted in
and they were
marriage,
either
so.
engaged or not engaged, or boyfriend, girlfriend. And I would say half the audience, the guy's furniture and clothes were on the lawn by the time that guy got home that night.
Well, did you guys get the advance copy of my forthcoming book I sent?
No, I didn't get. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, it's called Put Out on the First Date and Don't Ask for My Phone Number.
See, that ought to be a million seller.
What's the message on
That's
that?
Shyman and Schuster, or whatever the hell. Simon and Schuster.
No, that would not be a knock it off interview at all.
No, it wouldn't.
And you just open it up and it's the dust jacket. That was the whole book. What was the hardest interview of all time?
The hardest interview.
Well, I'll tell you,
It's got to be a name I'll recognize.
one of the worst was recently was the guy that did the murder.
Oh,
The murderer?
God, that guy.
He's an author. You probably don't know him.
Oh, my God.
James Ellroy.
Confidential.
Oh, yeah. Tremendous author.
Oh,
Yeah.
what
Oh boy, we're seeing a hole.
PRIC.
What a jerk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? What made him so uniquely?
Well, Mike asked him about about a book that was 20 years old, just as a reference point. It wasn't like, hey, I want to talk about you 20 years ago. He just happened to ask him about this old book because it was an interesting question. And the guy's like, oh, it was 20 years ago. I don't want to talk about who cares about 20 years ago.
Then he spent the whole
it went downhill from there.
Well, then remember, too, in the beginning of his whole piece that he had on there, this letter, this whole thing, all he did was talk about his mother and his hatred of his mother.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that he saw her in a sexual way.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and
she was murdered.
And she was
In real
murdered.
life.
And he was glad she was murdered.
And he was glad she was murdered.
Yeah.
He was glad she was
character or
murdered.
in real life?
In real life. In real
Yeah.
life. I mean, this guy's a real
Ted
piece of work.
Nugent? Does he write under the pseudonym?
Man. And
So
we
naturally,
started talking to him about that because he spent literally in that documentary
on the
the whole
show,
first
he
half
talked
of
about it. So naturally, we're asking him about it, and he's like,
He got
"Hey,
pissed.
man, that's a little too
Don't go
personal."
there, yeah.
Oh, really?
Don't
He
go
wrote
there.
a book about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he
I'm
did
telling
this
you.
piece on TV about it, and we asked him about it, and he acts all PO'd like we're getting too personal with him.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that
And he
thing
was-
went
he
right
was
into
a royal
the
a-hole.
crapper. That was
Great
it.
writer, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Dweezil Zappa.
Now, but is there a point, though, when you guys are interviewing someone where it's going bad and that's almost better? Like, once you decide, you know what, this
Sometimes,
guy's
if it's amusing.
an a-hole.
Yeah, that can be.
Let's push it.
It can be amusing.
No, I know.
Sometimes it becomes a bummer.
and I know that point too. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh boy, I know the audience loves this, but they have no idea how hard I am working right now.
Right.
yeah. And sometimes it works to a point, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, that's that.
So you guys do a lot of those radio tours, right? Every
Yeah,
week.
right. Yeah.
So you're talking to everyone.
Right.
Yeah,
How about
a lot
other
of people.
actors that you were like, oh,
Right.
jeez.
Right.
Any of those? Any actors that
that you don't like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. You get those people every now and again, but
See, I've turned the tables on you. I've got you guys dishing now.
Yeah, boy.
Who's a jerk?
we can turn those people down though.
Right.
If it's somebody who just is not relate to this audience,
Yeah.
we wouldn't want to interview them anyway, unless there was some angle, unless there's something really weird in their career that's worth asking about.
Right.
And if there's no angle like that,
But
then
you
it's like,
had to have talked to Andy Dick during the employee stuff, right? They had him going through
Before,
that.
we've talked to him.
we've talked to
We
Andy
have
Dick
talked to
before,
him,
yeah.
He was okay, though.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
Like
he
I
was.
said,
He was funny, yeah.
I didn't like working with him, but he is unbelievably talented.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so frustrating. If he was a hack and wasn't talented, I wouldn't care that he was phoning it in.
He's one of those guys, though, that when you have him on and you're live, it's kind of dangerous because you just don't know what's coming. And so I'm always thinking, God, I got to be near the dump button. And it's hard to think about dumping somebody at the same time.
Yeah.
To analyze
One of the
it.
other classics.
Bring in a professional dumper at that point.
Remember Punky Brewster, Soleil Moon Frye?
Oh, yeah.
Which we want to talk about her breast reduction.
Sure.
Which
normally
she's sick of talking
it was
about
in the
Well,
news.
They'll tell you before, that, or when you're scheduling that you won't talk about it. They gave us 20 seconds of warning.
Not even.
Yeah.
It was
Like, by the way, don't ask her about her boobs.
Yeah, the thing was scheduled 3 days ago, and they couldn't tell us till 20 seconds to the interview. So, of course, we asked about it.
anyways.
And she ended up hanging up on us.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a quick way to...
And these two have given us rotten interviews.
Yeah, Dave Navarro got all bent out of shape.
Oh, yeah.
wait. I think you guys told me that once when I was talking to you guys over
Probably.
the phone.
We had one bad one good one.
And Dennis
with him.
Miller, too. We've had great ones.
Because he called...
Dennis Miller, we've had great Dennis Millers, and we had a bummer Dennis Miller where we were talking about Seinfeld, and he went into this thing of like, you don't know Seinfeld. What do you know? It's like, well, we know enough to know he was dating this underage chick that he loved her big cans, and, and he gave us all kinds of grief about that.
Shauna. What was Shoshana?
Yeah.
Shoshana, exactly.
I have a buddy who dated her at post Seinfeld.
She's hot.
Really?
She's actually a knockout these days.
You know Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville, Lex Luthor? Yeah, he was dating her for a while.
Oh, no kidding.
Lex Luthor. Oh, no
my
kidding.
God.
Yeah, she's got a big career going now in fashion.
Does she?
Did she dish about Seinfeld, or
did he or she?
Did she dish to him, therefore to you?
I don't know. I didn't ask. But I will.
It's funny how I know. How could you not ask him? It's funny how there's people like Seinfeld who can keep everything under wraps, and you're like, isn't there somebody who's going to spill on this guy?
Yeah.
Well, there are people though that are that squeaky clean. Like I got drugged to what's his name? Billy Crystal's one-man show recently. And I've never been a huge Billy Crystal fan. Like, I respect what he does, but it just never sung to me. So in this one-man show, he starts talking about the day he told his dad, I want to be a stand-up comedian. He's like 10. And his dad goes, okay, let's go get you all the albums and let's figure out how to get you on the road to becoming a stand-up. And I'm like, well, there's the problem. Who had that bad? Anyone of that supportive of parents is doomed to be a G-rated comic with no point of view. Like, oh, isn't that adorable? Oh, tell me how much you like baseball. Oh, you liked Mickey Mantle? How unique. Oh, you thought the Yankees were special when you grew up? That's unimaginable.
I have never seen a Billy Crystal special that did not talk about Mickey Mantle.
I know. Give
or
it
a Bob Costa special that didn't talk about Mickey Mantle.
I love the microwave Vinnie Johnson. I ain't doing a one-man show about it.
Maybe you should.
That's funny. Billy Crystal's one-man show. I cannot imagine
that would be like my one-man show. It's like, and then I saw him. Game 7 against Portland. The microwave was looking gorgeous that day. And he was on fire. Landing threes left, right. Excuse me, Dax, aren't you a comedian? Why are you recapping for me Game 7? My favorite part about microwave Vinnie Johnson is I do believe he smoked 2 packs of Newport the whole time he's on those winning teams.
Also a little thing going with somebody's wife.
Oopsies.
That was a little problem.
That happens.
Yeah, and she wrote a book. And
she wrote a book?
That kind of hurt, yeah.
Was it called The Microwave's Just Not That Into You? The Microwave's Super Into You?
I forgot what that book title was exactly, but boy, she was a spill-a-thon, because we interviewed her, too.
Oh, boy.
Didn't we talk to her?
I think so.
I'm almost sure we did. Yeah, and
same one I'm thinking of.
Rodman's ex? Yeah.
I talked to her.
The white chick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was she was something else.
Oh,
she was good radio.
She was a white person?
What's the chance of that?
She was a Caucasian.
Yeah, obviously.
Now I get it.
A black NBA player and a white chick.
And on that note, we got to go.
I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this.
That certainly needed to be said.
And thanks for stopping in.
Like one.
Yeah, Dax, thanks for
stopping in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Congratulations on everything. How everything's going. Good luck with
Thank you, guys.
everything.
Keep it up, Dax.
I couldn't appreciate how nice you guys always are to me, so thank you.
Hey, we appreciate it,
always.
too. Thanks
All right,
a million.
brother.